Hi there, welcome to the Gardens of Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we are meeting in the garden and we're going to do a front yard and lower garden tour for November 2024. I grow on the Oregon coast in a zone 9A and it has been storming for a couple of days now. It has been pouring down rain, thunderstorms rolling over, waves crashing. It is quite wet out here, but it's not raining today, so it's a great time to come out and see what the storms have done to the garden and also get some gardening done. So I'm out here, it's morning, and we're just gonna take a walk around the garden before I get dirty, because when we garden in this kind of climate, it's muddy. So let's just take a walk around and see what's going on. Okay, so let's see what kind of surprises we have, because I haven't been out here in a few days because it's been raining so much. We could see here that the jasmine has put on a lot of fall color. It is also not as strongly up in her space. She's kind of splaying out like, ugh, she's tired for the season. Yeah, really beautiful colors there. And the Loropetalum seems to really love the cool weather, which I noticed in the spring, and then it looks a little dry and tired in the summer. Puts on a little bit of growth, but it's actually put on a couple of inches just since the weather cooled. It'll be interesting. I think this is the first full year in the ground, so we'll see what happens in the next year. I still have a table full of things that need to be planted. We're getting really close to being ready to plant these things, but I was admiring, this is a perennial, don't worry, the roots are just fine. I was admiring this cotoneaster with its fall color and its berries. I really want to put this somewhere where I can see it this time of year, where it could really kind of show off. We have a Temple of Bloom, which Spencer and I have just recently decided where we want to place that. And yeah, we've got just a few things that need to be addressed in here, but fun times in the garden. Things are definitely slowing down, going to sleep. The lemony lace elderberry has lost all of her leaves, but she's got tons of buds. She'll be beautiful next year. The black lace elderberry has hung on to a little bit more leaf, but it is getting sparse, which is totally normal for this time of year. Over the rose garden is pretty much sleeping, and we are getting ready to completely redo this garden. We'll be moving this burning bush pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And then over here, we do have a few kaffir lilies still opening up here and there. And then the Edgeworthia has gotten very yellow and has started to drop her leaves, and then it'll just be all these sweet little buds through the winter. You can see a lot of the leaves are starting to fall there. The dahlias are all done blooming. We did pick this one up recently. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, oops, it's stuck. Look at this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. See, the rain weighs these things down and then they break. So, which is why having them on a trellis system is really helpful. Anyhow, this is our newest dahlia that we just picked up. And in a few minutes, that's our next project, is we're going to be digging up all of our dahlias. We have another one in a pot here. We have several in the ground. There's one behind there. And we'll be digging them up and storing them for winter to plant somewhere else this spring, so stay tuned for that video. It'll be coming out shortly. Over in the front of the garden, the barberry has certainly put on a lot of fall color in the interior of the plant, and the Rose of Sharon is starting to lose all of her leaves. You could see that the what is that? It's not the winter hazel. I always want to call it witch hazel, but it's not. It's winter hazel. It's a small variety of witch hazel. It has a ton of color on it, and its sister plant is over there. Beautiful, bright yellow gold fall color. And then you can see that the sumac has nearly lost all of her leaves. Really gorgeous flame colors on those leaves, but have defoliated now, and you could see the giant mess down here, which we do rake up all of our leaves because they turn into a big mat of slime that just actually they do not break down. Come March and April, they will still just be a thick mat that smothers things out, but it doesn't just smother things out, it harbors disease and insects, and it will, if I leave it compacted on there and just as if I wanted to use it as a mulch, which I've done in past years, when I move it away and dig underneath there, the soil is like, it's not rich and black, it's like almost like clay and like slick, like it didn't get any nutrients or air or something. So I actually clear all of the leaves out of the garden, and we put them in the compost pile, so they do get you know, they do have a purpose, they just don't stay directly on the garden beds. Okay, and then over here you could see that the Fothergilla has such beautiful, bright, bold yellow fall color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. We are going to move that shrub probably just out here so that there's some definition between the weeping cherry and the shrub. The weeping cherry has started to turn, but still, I mean, last month when I showed you, I think it had one yellow leaf, and now it has, you know, a few dozen, but it's still holding on to its leaves here. Just really quick, our fall containers are still all up, but they will be changed. Oh look, there's a leftover pumpkin there. Spencer cleared out everything Halloween, but I'm seeing just a couple of little remnants, like this pumpkin and this bat. It's funny. It is only the 2nd of November, so we're not like too far behind. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was, because we have so much rain, you could see what happens to the kale, and I don't know if you could tell, but there are so many flies because the kale is rotting and the mums have completely rotted. So we will be taking all of those out probably today. Ugh. I mean, this one still looks okay, but you could see this one is completely gone. So that's what fall looks like here. All right, let's go on down here. Oh, I see that the rain has really put a lot of weight on our pineapple sage. You can see it splayed out over here and over the walking path. You can see that the blueberries are still holding on to their foliage, and just gorgeous, gorgeous fall color. There's one over there as well. The pineapple sage has been blooming for a couple of weeks, and we have seen lots of hummingbirds on it, but I think I'm gonna have to cut some of it back so that we can get through. This is a deciduous rhododendron. Lots of beautiful fall color. Up here we do have our pampas grass. These are the pieces of the stalks of pampas that I have not cut back yet. And you could see how tired they look in the rain. If we had some more dry weather coming, they would dry off and perk up. But actually after today, we have another 10 days of 100% chance of rain in the forecast. So, all right, let's go on down to the lower garden and see what's going on here. This is the Ghost Viburnum. She has tons of blooms, looking really beautiful, getting quite large. There's like a leader as if it wants to be a tree. I think I'll cut that back so it can branch out a little bit better. Not a whole lot is going on in the medicine garden except to say that it is definitely time to pull the nasturtiums. There's no more color left on them, and yeah, it's just time to pull those out for sure. Strawberries need to be cleaned up. Bronze fennel needs to be cut back, as well as the clematis needs to be cut back. Here is our weeping birch. Gorgeous fall color. Look at that. Oh, that is stunning. I cannot wait for her to get bigger so she can really like show off. She will get quite large, probably reaching up to the top of the porch there, but she's kind of a slow grower. All right, moving on down here, we do have some fall color on the Solomon seal, these bright yellow leaves. Time to cut those back as well. And the dogwood, which I've talked about before, this tree here, it kind of just turns brown instead of actual fall color. So, yeah. But it is starting to defoliate as it should for this time of year. There's not a whole lot more fall going on here, except the alder trees above me have defoliated and completely covered the ground everywhere. So we do need to come in, rake those up, blow it all out so that, I mean, this is all rock. And if I leave all these leaves here to decompose, it just becomes a weed bed instead. So definitely time to address those, and then time to cut this back for sure. It is definitely done. Also time to pull all of the impatiens. We're getting quite cold at night. I mean, cold for our climate anyways. And so they've succumb to the chill. So has the Sun Kings. Cut that all back. It'll come back next year. And well, I don't know what else. The hydrangeas actually have quite a bit of yellow fall color on them. I don't know if that's normal or not. No idea what this sound is. Jeez. All right, well, I made it back up to the front of the garden. There was a tractor driving by making so much noise. But so I took a moment to walk back up here, and I didn't see really anything else to share. So I hope that you have been celebrating your life, that you're having a great start to your holiday season, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.